Okay, so let's work some bluegrass style guitar here. I'm just going to start you off on some simple stuff, basic G, C, and D. Of course, with your capo, you can move up to it'd be an A, D, and E here. It'd be a B flat, E flat, and F here. It'd be a B, E, and F sharp here. On the 4th fret, 5th fret would be a C, F, and G. So I'm assuming we're not doing a lot in G sharp or A flat. So we'll start you off with the G shape. Here's my bluegrass rhythm for the G chord. And notice I'm doing my G chord here with my 2nd finger, 3rd finger, and pinky. 2nd finger is down on the 6th string, 3rd fret. 3rd finger is underneath it on the 2nd string, and my pinky's all the way down on the 1st string. Now the reason I do that is because I'm not real nuts about this. That low 3rd down there just kind of muddies things up to my ear anyway. So you do what you want, but this is my bluegrass G chord. Also, this gives me this little hammer here that I can do. My going from my 1st finger to my 2nd finger, like so. That's another reason I like to use this G chord configuration. My other G that I'll use will be just 2 fingers, 3rd finger here on the low G, and then pinky all the way down the high G. And in both cases I mute the 5th string. No 5th string in either one of these. Okay. Either 2nd finger here and 2 fingers down here, or 3rd finger here and pinky all the way down the 1st string. This will be if I want to keep the 2nd string open, keep that open B going. Sometimes I like that. Most of the time I like for the 2nd string to be on the D, so there's not a 3rd in the chord at all. It's just a root, a 5th, a root, a 5th, and a root. G, D, G, D, G. And my strings I'm picking on this, 6th string, and then I give it a strum down here on the last 3 strings. And it's not a strum like where you can hear every string. It's more of a brush, or quick brush across the strings, like so. That gives it that sort of percussive element. And then I'm going over to my 4th string and doing the same strum. So 6, strum, 4, strum. And I like to hear a good solid bass note both times. Here's my 6th string, and then my strum, then my 4th string, and my strum. So a good solid attack on both of those bass notes, and then a good solid brush going across your strum there. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. And I like to be down here a little closer to the bridge where I get a little tighter sound. It gets a little too muddy up in here for me. I'll keep it down here. You want it to be nice and clean, or I do anyway. So that's my G. 6th string, 4th string, 6th string, 4th string, 6, 4, 6, strum, 4, strum. Start it off slow. Rather you do it slow and clean than fast and sloppy. If you start off slow and clean and gradually speed it up, then it'll get fast and clean, which is what we're after. Okay, that's your G. C, assuming you know how to make a C chord, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, like so. Now here I'm going to hit the 5th string, strum the bottom 4 strings, Now what I do is I move my third finger across to the 6th string for that low G for my second bass note. So I got my low C here for my first bass note on the 5th string, move my third finger across in my C chord down here to the 6th string, pick the 6th string and strum the same 4 strings. I try to keep all the strings open like so. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, that's my C chord. D is pretty straightforward. Just make your D chord here. And I'm hitting my 4th string and then strumming the bottom 3 strings like I did on my G chord. Then I'm hitting the 5th string, strumming the same 3 strings. The reason I stress strumming the same 3 strings on both of those halves of the measure, both the 4 and the 5, is that you get a more consistent sound that way instead of hitting 4 and then 3 strings. See, I don't want to hit that string in my strum right before I hit it as a bass note. So I hit 4, strum these 3, 3, 2, and 1. And at 5, strum the same 3 strings. Go back and forth. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. That's my D chord. So one thing to remember is to hit your root note first when you're going through these patterns. In this case, in the case of the G chord, your root note is the low G bass note, third fret on the 6th string. So the low G, then hit the D, that's your 5th. I say that's a 5th because as you're going up the scale, you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G, A, B, C, D. So G is the 1, D is the 5. And I'm hitting, on my G chord, I'm hitting the low 1 and the 5. Not 5th string, but 5 in terms of the scale. It's the 6th string and the 4th string. It's the low G and the open D. 6, 4, G, D. On the scale it's 1, 5. Root and the 5th, root, 5th, and that's generally what you want to look for on all these chords. If you're playing a C chord, your first note is the root note, the C of the C chord, and then you go over to the 5th, which is the low G. Again, root, 5th, low C, low G. 5th string, 6th string. Okay, so the root is first, the 5th is your second bass note that you play. So they all go 1, 5, 1, 5. You might hear about bass players playing 1s and 5s. Guitar players do the same thing. On the D string, a D chord. Again on the root, which is the open D string. Going down here to the 5th, which is also the 5th string, the A string, the open A note.